I own a lot of comic books. Depending on who you ask, I may even own too many comic books, which I don't think is a thing. If you ask my ex-wife, she'll definitely say it is. That's why she's my ex-wife. Now, contrary to popular belief, I do usually read all of the comic books that I buy. It's just right now, I've been on a super long reading hiatus. I don't know what it is. It's been a combination of a few things. I've been working, I've been sick, I've been traveling. So I just haven't read as many books as I usually do. But despite that, I haven't stopped buying as many books as I usually do. So I have this let me get out of the way. I have this, oh my gosh, this chair. I have this super big reading stack that I need to get through. And I decided, why not take my award-winning TikTok video, thank you, Sammy, for letting me use that video idea, and bring it over to YouTube, turn it into a long-form, day-long challenge. How many comic books and manga can I read in one day? With an asterisk, because it's already like 4 o'clock, so I'm not really doing the whole day thing. It's like, how many comic books can I read in an evening, night kind of thing going on. So let me introduce the reading stack. Let me show you guys what we're going to be working through. For those of you who didn't watch the TikTok video, the way that this works, it's very simple. It's like 4 or 5 easy steps. Step 1, I introduce you guys to my very long to be read pile. Step 2, I read the book. And then step 3, I give you guys the time that I finish reading the book, a little review over the book, and then we move on to the next book. In step 4 or 5, I forgot, I wasn't paying attention. Step either 4 or 5, if at any point during me reading and reviewing and talking, you find yourself catching a vibe, you have to smash the like button, and you have to subscribe, and you have to comment. It's official, I caught a vibe. So let me introduce you guys to the stack of books, and let's get this challenge rolling. I think I'm gonna start, oh geez, I actually don't know where I'm gonna start. That's been the issue all along. I'm gonna introduce you guys to the single issues that are plaguing me right now. Okay, first stack, we got the indie books. This is my Image and IDW. I'm not gonna tell you every single issue in here because that would take way too long. I'm just gonna tell you the heavy hitters, the ones I'm most excited for. We got Escape. I've loved Escape since it came out, and I just haven't gotten around to reading this yet. A lot of people always ask me, how do you read so many books? And it's because I only read whenever I'm in a reading mood. I never force myself to read, and if the books aren't speaking to me, I don't speak to the books. But Escape is calling my name right now. It's gonna be the first book that we're gonna read. And we got Assorted Crisis Events, issue number 9. Again, Dennis Camp, I freaking love you. And then let's see, what else do we have in here? I'm really excited to finally crack open some Twilight Zone. I've been super far behind on this. And then, of course, my boy Jin Lewin Yang on the Ninja Turtles. So very exciting. We got some other goodies in here that you guys will be seeing, like Rascal Randy. Once/if I get through my independent stack, we will be moving into the DC comic stack. This, of course, includes all of the Absolute Universe books that I'm behind on, which is pretty much every single one. Of course, Absolute Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, Green Arrow, those are all in there. And then we got some other goodies too from DC, like Zatanna, and then Dead Man and Bleeding Hearts, which I'm very excited to start reading. And then once/if we're through the DC books, we will be moving into the Marvel books, which include Fantastic Four, Captain America, X-Men, Daredevil, and then the one that I'm most excited for, Infernal Hulk. So after/if I get through all the single issues, we're gonna start working through the trades. Let me introduce you guys to the trades. Now, these are the trades that are calling my name. This is a much more straightforward stack. We got 20th Century Men. This book has been calling my name for a while, and I've been, is my chair sinking? 20th Century Men has been calling my name for a while, and I just haven't picked up the phone. But if/when I have the opportunity later today, that's going to be the first trade I'm going to try and work through. Fear Agent, Rick Remender. Again, I've been loving Escape. That's another Rick Remender book I've heard good things about. Batman Dark Patterns, Hayden Sherman on Absolute Wonder Woman came to Batman and lended their talents to the Dark Knight, and I'm very excited to see that. And then the last DWJ Daniel Warren Johnson book I haven't read, Extremity. I picked this up at Mile High Comics, fun fact. And then guys, the secret sauce, the cherry on top of this comic book cake, we got a little bit of manga that I need to read too. Kingdom volume number 8. This book has to be read today because Kingdom Volume number 7 comes in the mail tomorrow. So throw everything else I've said out of the window. This is the only book that's guaranteed gonna be read today. We got Pokemon Adventures number 1. This is another book that has to be read today. Actually, I'm probably gonna read that Kingdom and Pokemon first because I said I was gonna make a video on TikTok about this book and I need to finish reading it today. So another non-negotiable. Then we got The Call of Cthulhu, and then we got Junji Ito's No Longer Human. Both of these, honestly, are probably not going to get touched today because I got too much stuff to read. Honestly, probably everything I just introduced, I shouldn't even introduce because there's a good chance none of it's going to get read, but a lot of it possibly will be, so we gotta make the video. Enough yapping. I've been yapping for probably, if I had to guess, 5 minutes post-edit. Did I get that right? Check the time step and let me know. Let's get into reading these books. I'm gonna throw on my headphones, I'm gonna listen to some good music, and I'm gonna start kicking these books down. Stay tuned. It is currently 4:03 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I'm gonna start working my way through these books. I will call you guys back after I finish Escape. Escape is the first book I'm gonna read. Let's get this reading challenge started, ladies and gentlemen. Escape, issue number 8. Let's do it. It's currently 4:11, guys. Escape, issue number 8. The most magnificent book on shelves. I'm so freaking serious. Escape just does a fantastic job at creating like a war story. And it puts you in the shoes of the people on the ground. I like war stories, but I really like the ones that let you be, you know, somebody in a precarious situation, which is like what they all do, but Escape is doing it to the highest of levels. The colors in this book are nuts. Like, hold on, let me try and find this panel. Daniel Acuna is just coloring his freaking butt off. Look at these purples, these reds. Oh my days. The action is fantastic. And Rick Remender, the way that he writes Milton, like I always say it, but he does these short little lines that I feel like I can feel the breaths between Milton's like words. Like you can tell he's anxious, he's scared, but he's so focused on his mission and completing it. And that ending, I'm not gonna spoil anything because I want everybody to read Escape, but the ending of this issue, I'm very excited for the next one. So easiest 5 out of 5 stars I've ever given a book. On to the next one. It's currently 4:14. I had to write a little review for Escape. I'll put it up on the screen probably during the last part. But the next book is Assorted Crisis Events, issue number 9. Let's get into it, guys. We gotta throw the headphones on. And by the way, Steve Lacy's new album, 10 out of 10. That's what I'm listening to while I'm reading right now. Okay, let's go. All right, okay. Sort of Crisis Events, issue number 9. Again, one of the easiest 5 out of 5 stars I've ever given a book. Dennis Camp's writing has always really resonated with me, just because of his, you know, he's not afraid to say what should be said. He's been given a platform and he's using his voice in the way that I think everybody should use their voice, which is, you know, saying what needs to be said. Dennis Camp is not afraid to do it. That's why he's one of my favorite writers. This specific issue of Assorted Crisis Events, I really like how it's like focusing in on the idea that there are a couple people at the top who are just doing BS while everybody at the bottom is crawling all over each other, backstabbing each other, fighting one another, all trying to chase money. And, you know, time is money is what this book is saying. And we waste all of our time chasing this money that all these people at the top have and just do crap with. There's a specific part in the issue where the main character of this issue ends up spending time with a lot of characters from very different backgrounds, and they're all just drinking and singing karaoke and having fun. And that character really realizes, you know, despite what does it say? All there drinking together like fallen citizens of Babel, all in our different tongues. Half of us couldn't understand each other, but everyone understood. Those were good guys, mostly just happy to be alive. That's something that really resonates with me. The other day, whenever I was at work, there was a dude who came in and I was watching the World Cup final, and he just started talking to me about the World Cup, and we were talking about how cool it is whenever the World Cup happens and all these different countries come together. And you know, despite your team losing or even winning at some point, generally everybody is rooting for somebody else to a degree. And that's a really beautiful thing. This book I'm not gonna spoil it because I want everybody to go read every single one of these books, but the ending to this book is beautifully tragic. Dennis Camp, I love you, dog. Never stop writing. And also, who is it? Zawadzki? I forget your first name. Eric Zawadzki and Jordi Belair on the art and colors in this one. Nuts as usual. Just a fantastic book. Next issue. All right, it's currently 4:31. I decided I'm gonna switch it up. We're gonna tap into the Kingdom manga. I know I got that huge stack of single issues in the back, but it's gonna take longer than I want to get through to it. It's gonna take longer than I want to get through it, so I'm gonna switch over to some manga. Because again, these non-negotiables gotta get knocked out today. It's time to get to reading, y'all. Kingdom. Very nice. It is currently 5:11 p.m. Central Standard Time. I just finished reading Kingdom Volume number 8. Another fantastic showing from Kingdom. We finally get to look at the full backstory of Ying Zing. I don't know how to say these names. They're like Chinese names, and I'm always going to butcher them. But it was a really good backstory. I was very moved. It has enriched his character. I like him more, which I didn't know was possible because I already really liked him. And then we got my boy Chen showing off in the second half of this book. He clutched up a 1v9. Who else you know doing that? He is my GOAT in Kingdom easily. We got some Dao action. I love Diao, however you say that. Again, I don't know. But another really great showing out of Kingdom. I give this volume 5 out of 5 stars. I'm enjoying the reading so far, guys. We're roughly an hour in. I've got no complaints. I'm feeling strong. I might go get myself something to eat because I've only eaten 2 muffins today. Next up on the list, I think I might knock out a couple more single issues and then we'll jump into Pokemon Adventures. But I think I am gonna go get food first. But Kingdom, easy 5. Okay, everybody. My parents have revealed that they are officially not gonna feed me dinner, so I gotta go figure something else out on my own. I'm thinking today might be a Chick-fil-A day. So we're gonna do a Chick-fil-A run, and then we're gonna go back to reading the comics. But it's a beautiful day. I should be reading outside. Okay, I made it to Chick-fil-A. I decided to do curbside because it's too freaking hot to step outside, guys. The segment before this, whenever I was walking to my car, sitting out there, I was on the brink of being drenched in sweat, okay? It's like 100 degrees. I'm not stepping outside if I don't have to. So everybody, let's thank COVID for kind of making curbside a thing, and then let's unthank COVID because COVID was probably a net negative overall, but it did give us curbside. So, you know, anyways. Too good. Okay, I'm back. It is currently 6:47. I went to Chick-fil-A and I also did a couple mini errands. I went to like Target and stuff, but it was boring. Nothing cool happened. So I decided not to show you guys. We're gonna go back to reading the books. I believe next I said, holy bejeebas, this one's gonna take a minute. Pokemon Adventures. I'm gonna guess how long this book is gonna take me. Hold on, let me do some math in my head. I think I'm gonna be finished reading this book around 8:48. 2 hours. Let's see if I got 2 hours of locking in and reading Pokemon Adventures in me. I'll see you guys on the other side with the review. Deuces! I am halfway through Pokemon Adventures. It is 7:54. The time kind of got skewed a bit because I talked to my brother for a bit and I scrolled TikTok. I'm sorry, the phone is very addictive. But Pokemon Adventures has been a lot of fun. I'm halfway through. I don't know if I already said that. And I'm just enjoying myself. It's very lighthearted. It's very fun. I'm a very big Pokemon fan. I always wear the Pokemon bracelet. And this book just makes me feel like the little kid I was whenever I was first introduced to Pokemon. Just the sense of adventure. A lot of the story happens just because Red wanders somewhere. He's got his mission of trying to catch every Pokemon like everybody who's ever been involved with Pokemon has had. And on his adventure, he just runs into so many characters from Generation 1 of Pokemon. I'm really liking that this book is kind of a little bit darker though for Pokemon. Pokemon has a very friendly tone overall, but a couple of Pokemon die. There's Team Rocket is actually very villainous here. I'm enjoying it. It's giving Pokemon, you know, a new side that you rarely see playing just the games. So very cool. I'm gonna go back into reading it. I'm gonna try and knock out the second half of the book and then we're gonna move on to something else. 7:55. Boop. Now that was a lot of fun. For the back half of this book, I really involved the Team Rocket stuff. Again, I'm shocked at the brutality of this book. Pokemon die, people get stabbed, but it's still very kiddie. It's very kid friendly. And I really like green. You know, you have red, who's kind of the Ash. You have blue, who is Gary Oak. And then you have green, who I don't think the anime had a stand-in for, and the games don't really have a stand-in for. But green was a very fun character, little mischievous thief. This was a really fun book. I give it like an 8, 7.5. It was a lot of fun. The time is now 9:07. I was off guessing by about like 20-30 minutes, but actually I'm not. I guessed the right amount of time. I just didn't factor in the fact that I would talk to my brother for so long. Next up on the agenda, we got to knock out some more single issues. Oh brother, this is a lot of work. Who came up with this video? I kind of want ice cream. So we're gonna do another break, and I'm gonna go get some ice cream. And we're gonna come back, we're gonna crush these single issues. We're gonna keep the night rolling. Bootsy Collins, I'd Rather Be With You is what I was listening to, in case you were curious, the live version, and it's very good. Isn't there like a saying about not going to the grocery store while like you're hungry or you're thirsty or whatever? I'm about to break all those rules. I came here just for some ice cream, but I'm gonna end up with a lot more. I'm gonna try and pick up some good snacks for myself so that way I can keep this read freak going. If you know me, you saw these coming. Successful grocery run done. I saw this dude I went to high school with who I hadn't seen in like a couple of years, and he saw me and he was like, "Hey man, like you looking great." And it's just ironic because like of course he's gonna compliment me on how good I'm looking when I'm out here buying junk food. I'm literally buying the Spider-Man Takis. He's like, "You look good." It's like, oh my gosh, of course the Takis in hand. It's whatever, you know, who cares? Just got together a delicious bowl of Cookie Two-Step Bluebell ice cream, the best ice cream on earth. Do not at me. I'm not sponsored by Bluebell, but I freaking wish. Bluebell, if you're watching this, go ahead and get at your boy. I'm gonna take this time to do a eat and yap session. And I'm gonna, you know, do my State of the Union, State of the Channel address. A few days ago, it marked 1 year of me making comic content, guys. I'm really grateful. This past year has been a lot of fun. I've reached milestones that I never even expected to hit. That being that I gained any followers or any recognition for this. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. I want to post more content, but I'm really lazy. I do want to say this though. YouTube videos are back. I'm gonna set a goal. I've realized, oh my God, ice cream, it's hard to talk about ice cream. I've realized that, you know, weekly videos just aren't my thing. I think I can get away with doing a video a month. My favorite YouTuber is Drew Gooden. He only posts once a month, if even that, you know, sometimes he goes months without posting. But I think I could do that. And I think instead of, you know, just doing vlogs, I'm gonna just do whatever. They're gonna be loosely comic related, but I'm gonna put the you back in YouTube. And I'm gonna just, or I guess it would be the me back in YouTube, but there's no me in YouTube. I'm just gonna post, you know, what I've been up to, what I'm doing. I'm gonna just post whatever. So if you want strictly comic stuff, my shorts, my YouTube shorts will probably still be just comics. My TikTok will probably still be very focused on comics. But the YouTube, I'm gonna be liable to do anything. It'll mostly be comics. But I've had a lot of fun yapping into a camera. And it seems that people enjoy watching me yap into a camera. So I'm gonna give you guys more of that. And I'm gonna crush this ice cream, and I'm gonna finish reading these comics, and we'll get on with the regular YouTube video. But that was a State of the Union address, ice cream time. Okay guys, it's currently 11:04. While I was eating the ice cream, got a little caught up in YouTube and wasted more time than I should have. So this challenge is looking like a disaster. We're gonna try and get through as many of these single issues as I can. We're gonna kick things off with Exquisite Corpses, Rascal Randy, issue number 1. So let's see what this is hitting for. See you on the other side. finished Rascal Randy. It is 11:10. This was a great introduction to what this book is. I want to say I'm really loving the art by Dylan Burnett and the colors by Jordi Belair yet again. Jordi Belair is on a run. I love Jordi Belair's colors. They're very vibrant. They're rich, and I like the pairings that they put together. A lot of oranges that I've seen that I really enjoy. Tyler Boss is a boss at writing. I'm very interested to see how Rascal Randy fits into this little book. I'm excited to see everything that the Exquisite Corpses universe is going to put together, because we also have, what, Fox Mask Killer and the Lone Gunman? Yeah, they're getting their own books here soon. I'm very excited to see those. That was like a 8 out of 10. Very cool. Next up, we got 2 issues of G.I. Joe, issue number 23 and 24. If I'm remembering correctly, G.I. Joe was setting up for a Scooby-Doo almost level arc where there's some bad guys and some spooky ghosts. So very excited to see what this is hitting for. Let's find out. Boom! Boom! Okay, it's 11:29. G.I. Joe issues number 23 and 24 have been absolutely crushed. I think that this was a fun little arc. It ends in a big way. One of my gripes with these specific batches of issues is that it does fall into a little bit of comic book corniness, which is okay sometimes. You know, it didn't knock off like a lot of the score for me. It took it from like an 8.5 to an 8. But overall, this is a good arc. The Joes fight like this scarecrow, Green Lantern kind of guy. He uses like fear constructs. That's pretty cool. We're on to the next book. That next book being Invincible Universe Battle Beast issues number 10 and 11. I haven't finished reading Invincible. I've only read the first compendium and watched the first 2 seasons. But this book has been a lot of fun. I'm very excited to get into it. Always very action heavy. We got Battle Beast and Conquest. Very excited to see it. Let's get into it. Just absolutely sailed through Battle Beast issues number 11 and 10. I was reading it while listening to Nintendo music, which made for some very funny moments, because these 2 issues are just Battle Beast and Conquest going absolutely at it, and I was reading that while Coconut Mall was playing in the background. That was kind of funny. Ryan Otley is easily one of my favorite comic book artists of all time. I fell in love with him on Amazing Spider-Man, actually, Nick Spencer's run, I believe. And then I found Invincible afterwards because of the animated show, whatever, who cares? Nobody asked for my backstory. He just gets better with time. Like, the way that he draws action and blood and violence is unmatched, really. I haven't seen anybody do it like him. I haven't enjoyed seeing it as much as I enjoy Ryan Otley's blood and guts in any other book. Was that a sentence that made sense? I don't know. This was a really good series. It's not over. These were 2 good comic books. What am I doing? Robert Kirkman knows how to write some fun Invincible Universe moments. You got Conquest and Battle Beast going toe-to-toe and then teaming up for a bit. Very excited to read the next issue. On to the next one, which I believe is, holy freaking Toledo, guys. Oh yeah, this is a big ask. I got 5 issues of Twilight Zone that I need to get into, so... Okay, YouTube, sorry I got distracted by Magnus video. It is 12:23, and now I will be reading the Twilight Zone. See you on the other side. Ooh. 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 Hey, issue number 5 of the Twilight Zone. Now that's a Twilight Zone episode in comic book form. Oh my goodness, the mystery, it just enticed me. You know, from the beginnings of this page, I was very on board. The art was amazing. I love how the Twilight Zone only does black and white, just like the old show. Just fantastic. And this issue, I mean, I can't really say much more than it's what you want out of a Twilight Zone story. You get the setup, you get the mystique, you get the mystery, you kind of start figuring it out, and then you get that ending that you're always like, dang, what? The Twilight Zone. Great issue. 4.5 out of 5. On to the next. The next issue will not be issue number 6. It'll be issue number 7. At some point, I read issue number 6 online for some reason. I don't really remember why. Issue number 7, here we come. It's got a deer on the cover. Almost forgot the word cover. It's getting to that time of the night. Oh my days, allow it, don't chat to me. Twilight Zone issue number 7 was nuts. The twist in this one is a familiar song for the Twilight Zone if you've seen all the Twilight Zone episodes, but man, does that familiar tune it's an earworm, brother. I could read a story like this a billion times, and every time at the end of it, I'm gonna get the goosebumps, the hairs are gonna stand up, and the chills are gonna start running. Nuts. Incredible book. I love this, and I don't care what anybody has to say. I'm sure there's somebody, I saw this coming from the first page. Don't care. I had fun reading this, and that's all that I want out of a comic book. Incredible. I'm gonna slightly spoil it. I really like this quote here at the end. What does it say? The human mind can do wondrous things when traumatized, when pushed. It can even bend the truth. It can pacify you with nostalgia. Ooh, how Twilight Zone. I don't know why I start the next clip the way that I do, but it's really funny, and I just wanted to acknowledge it. On with the video. Wow. Honestly, in comparison, issue number 5, what did I read? Throw that one in the trash and pick up this issue. 5 out of 5 stars. We're on to issue number 8, and is it just me or is that guy? I'm not gonna say anything too much on it. All right, issue number 8, here we go. Just crushed issue number 8. This was good. I'm seeing a lot of people say it's the best issue so far, and I don't know that I would say that. I think issue number 7 was better. I like this issue. It's very Twilight Zone-y, don't get me wrong. You know, you get the guy going into the past and possibly changing the future. I don't know. You got to go read the issue yourself. It just wasn't firing on all cylinders like issue number 7 was for me. The art in this one is top-notch, peakest of peak. This was good, though. This is definitely good. We got one more issue of Twilight Zone to crush before I get into even more single issues, would you believe it? Twilight Zone issue number 9 complete. I really like this issue. It didn't really feel like a Twilight Zone episode or story, but that's fine because the Twilight Zone is an anthology and you're liable to do anything in a story like this, so long as you give, you know, interesting social commentary and you have some sort of weird twist that's Twilight Zone-y enough for me, and I really like this one. The art in this one by Juni Ba, who also did the writing, I don't know if I said that correct, was just fantastic. I love how archaic it was at the beginning, and then, you know, as the issue goes on, you start getting more grounded and you see more, it becomes more clear, as does the story, which I thought was very good. I found myself enjoying myself while I was reading it. I got more reading to do. It's 1:03 in the AM PM. I got a lot of books left, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do think that I'm due for a little YouTube break. I don't know what it is. I just want to watch some YouTube and eat some sunflower seeds for 10 minutes. I'm only going to do it for 10 minutes. After a little bit of YouTube, we're going to do Transformers, If Destruction Be Our Lot, 8-Ball, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder, and Sonic, which isn't a lot. It sounds like a lot, but it's really not that bad. All right, the YouTube break is over. It's 1:28. I spent longer than 10 minutes. What are you going to do? Sue me? I got a lot of books to read, but I'm starting to get tired of this chair. It's bringing down the vibes. I need a change of scenery because I've been sitting here for a long time. Well, I'm gonna go sit somewhere else in my room. And matter of fact, I'm gonna go sit on the couch. I forget I'm filming this YouTube video. Let's start reading our next batch of books, guys. I'm so excited. I'm starting to lose it a little bit, but energy is still high. It's 1:28. I'm talking to myself in my room. I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to a camera. I'm talking to you, specifically Courtney, who's watching this video maybe. I don't think I get enough viewers to pull a trick like that. Transformers, issue number 34. Alexa, play instrumental jazz for me to read to.
Apple Music can't play music based on requests.
All right, you know what, whatever. Transformers, issue number 34, down. I don't really feel this Transformers series anymore. After Daniel Warren Johnson got off the book, Robert Kirkman took it over, and in my opinion, Robert Kirkman just hasn't done anything with it. I'm not feeling nothing. You know, there's a big thing that happened in this issue. I didn't even care. I don't care. I think it's about time that I possibly drop Transformers. I might give it one more issue to try and sell me, but I'm just not feeling it, sadly. Although this issue did make me think, what if Waymos were Transformers? And we would never know because it's a self-driving car, but isn't that what a Transformer is? And what if Waymos can transform and we've just never seen it? You know, that's food for thought. I give this issue like a 5.5 to a 6 maybe. I don't know. kind of buns. I was gonna say but it's not but, it's buns. I kind of want to read If Destruction Be Our Lot. I'm gonna skim through it. I'm gonna see how dense of a book is this. Oh, it feels like a dense book. Is that Abraham Lincoln? I actually don't know what this series is about at all. I might leave that for later though. I don't know. I'm kind of in a Ninja Turtles mood. I think I'm gonna read my Ninja Turtle stuff, and then we'll do If Destruction Be Our Lot, and then we'll read 8 Ball, and then we'll read Sonic the Hedgehog, and then we're caught up on the indie books. We go into the DC books. I'm making it through the DC books minimum tonight. I don't care how long it takes. It's 1:45, Ninja Turtles issue number 19 down. And let me just say, I love being a turtle. I am not a unbiased reviewer whenever it comes to the Ninja Turtles. I'm always gonna give Ninja Turtles related things like a 10-star bonus, which means that I'm pretty much always gonna love the Ninja Turtles. The Ninja Turtles were my first comic book love, and they remain that way. And we got Jin Luen Yang on the book right now, and it is just so much fun. I'm just having a fun time watching the Turtles get into the most turtley hijinks that the Turtles could possibly hijink. So it's been a lot of fun. This issue in specific was a lot more lighthearted than I was expecting. I was expecting for things to take a turn, and they did, but they didn't take a turn as soon as I was thinking. So we actually just got some fun turtle stuff, and that's nice. I like that. Time for Shredder, issues number 9 and 10. It's 2:09 in the morning. I just finished reading Shredder issue number 9 and Shredder issue number 10. Shredder can lock in and do pretty much whatever he wants, and that's what this book goes to show you, that with enough aura, you can pull anything off. I am starting to have regrets about making this video, and I am starting to think that me saying getting through that DC stack is a guarantee was definitely a lie. The tailor who said that was a foolish and naive idiot. I do have these 4 issues. I gotta get through these 4 issues. We gotta at least complete the Image Comics books stack. If I go to bed at 4 o'clock, I can get up at 12, go to the comic book store. That's 8 hours of sleep. Yeah, that's definitely a schedule. I'm gonna do another snack break. Snacking keeps me awake. And also, this change of scenery was bad. I've been laying down reading the books, and I'm like, I think sitting was definitely the better choice. So we're gonna, again, I keep on forgetting, I'm the one who's making the YouTube video. I got the camera. I can move the camera. All right, this is the new comic book reading spot. Oh, lordy, I'm over 40. I've decided that what I'm missing is a little kick. So we're gonna be eating the Spider-Man Fuego Takis. They're literally just regular. Oh, hey, Theo. They're regular Takis, but they got Spider-Man Brand New Day branding. Theo, you can't have these. Let's give it a go. It's definitely a Taki. It's actually really good. I forget how good Takis are. I always do this thing where I get a bag of Takis, and then for like a week, I'm in a big Takis bag, but then I eat so many that like I cut my tongue and my stomach starts hurting. And so then I go on this big Takis hiatus. And I go like 3 months without eating Takis. And then they start calling my name again, and I mean, just the mouth-watering sensations. We're not sponsored by Takis. Takis are seriously intense. You know the ninja clip? I wish they didn't leave the dust on my fingers, though. I gotta go read comics after this. Yeah, this is my life. This is what I'm doing. I like 2 in the morning. I'm supposed to be reading comic books. I was supposed to read a lot more comic books. If I was more locked in, I actually would have read everything today, but I've just been all over the place. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm losing it. This is a really funny video to me for some reason. Theo, you can't have talk YouTube. Okay, guys. Oops. Okay, guys, here's an update. It's like 3 in the morning. I changed into a hoodie and some pajamas. I don't know that I'm gonna read any more books, you know. I'm watching Minecraft videos in my bed. Things are looking bleak. So I think I'm gonna call a challenge there. It was an overwhelming failure. I read like 16 something books. 2 manga, which are longer than comics. So I put up the same numbers that I put up in my TikTok video, I believe, but I didn't do it in an effective way. I got distracted a lot. We're gonna run this challenge back though. This isn't the last time that I'm doing this. I'm just too tired, guys. I'm too sleepy. I've been getting up in the morning. You know, I have my life under control. My sleep schedule hasn't been as bad as it usually is. So staying up till 4 in the morning I just lost, you know? Sometimes you lose. Sometimes you lose. Kind of a downer to end the video on, but that's the way it is. Deuces.